Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordant and we are back for some more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous in Last Azlanti and also on Unfair. We are just about to finish the Midnight Fane and with it the entire Act 3. This is the last area of Act 3. We are missing 3 combat encounters, one of which is very secondary. It's just killing of rock, nothing special. And then we have the final battle behind this door and we have the secret battle down here, which you can open if you solve the lever puzzle. If you want to see how that's done, in the previous episode I went through it. Also, because I know a lot of people like that fight, in case you missed it, we have dealt with the Playful Darkness. We killed it in the previous episode, so if you want to check that out, you can see it there. So yeah, we killed the Playful Darkness, we cleared up a little bit more of the Midnight Fane, and then we had to rest, thanks to a failed skill check. So now we are rested. Yep, we are. We're gonna buff up, clear out the remaining encounters, and move on to Act 4. So let's start by buffing up with our typical buffs. You are gonna need a little bit more of this. And a little bit more. And take a few more, just for good measure. Okay. I need to give legendary proportions to my main character and also to Bismuth, so that we can actually mount him with my Scald. Perfect. Everybody else is properly buffed. Let's mount up our friends here.
No one stands in my way.
And for the most part, we are good to go. So, since we're here, we're gonna start out with this area. We can go down safely. There's no problem with doing this. The fight only starts after we actually try to open a sarcophagus, I believe, or some kind of box. Yeah, I guess it's a sarcophagus. Now, things to note about this fight. This is a fight against swarms. These swarms are particularly nasty because they are swarms, just by in of itself, which is annoying, and they also have a very high amount of AC, which can be problematic. So, we want to buff up properly for this. And also to note, this thing here is trapped. It is a very high DC to actually discover this. Let's see if we can try and see it. Yeah, no, we failed. It's a 52. So even if we rolled a 20, we would still fail this. So it's a very high skill check. But for the most part, what this does is it brings out an acid fog. So, for acid fog, we simply do resist acid and we are fine. So we can mostly ignore this. I'm also gonna buff up with fire protections and resistances for the upcoming fights as well. And how else can I actually help out here? I can get some fodder for the enemies. I'm not actually sure how it works.
Waste of time.
Like swarm versus swarm, but I guess we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna put these here. I'm actually gonna buff them as well.
Open your heart to me.
Everything has
because I wanna try and use some stinking clouds here. Because they might actually disable the opposing the enemy swarms. What else we want to know? We want to have our best tank in the middle of this. And I know it's a very tight space and we can barely see anything, but I'm gonna try and have my main character in the middle of the room. Try to attract the enemies to him. I'm gonna have my backline
I will see this
kind of hidden away in a corner here.
The spirits guide me.
And the reason for this is very simple. It's because the enemy swarms will affect you with gibber, right? But they only affect you with gibber if they actually damage you, or if they are very close to you. So by staying away, hopefully they will not be in our area and they will not actually hit them. And also they will not damage them. I'm also gonna use Guarded Earth because I think this is a fight that warrants it.
I always have the upper hand.
I want to make myself undead because if we are undead, we should be immune to mind-affecting spells, like Gibber. So I'm gonna put it on my front line here. I'll do the same thing for my pets to not have them confused. Now, the obvious downside here is if we get damaged, and we are gonna get damaged, we can't actually heal, right? Because they are undead. And what else do I want? You have Frightful Aspect, so I'm not sure if they are actually immune to this or not, but if they are not, we can enable Shatter Defenses this way. We have some damage through spells as well. I'm gonna give us also some protection from evil.
I do things.
And I'm gonna get out some Stinking Clouds. I'm gonna put out 3 Stinking Clouds. Oops. You know, just to make things a little bit more visible. Since we can't see very well in this area, we're gonna make it more visible. Right? Much better now, right? We can see much better now. And we'll do this 3 times. Try to get as much help as possible against these very nasty enemies. So yeah, now that we can see a goddamn thing, we're gonna rage here.
I appreciate privacy.
Okay, rage is on. Actually, this rage was dumb. I mean, I can use you for this, it's fine. Let me just buff up. Okay, so let's go back to your corner here. If I can see it. Oh god. Game, please. Let me target. There, go there.
Your back.
Okay. The other thing is, we are fighting swarms, so we can definitely make use of our Swarmbane clasp, which we have a few more of. So, clasp. We give this to Sela. So, I have one, Sela has one, and he has one. And if you don't have clasps at this point, I think you should have enough for your entire frontline, but if you don't, as long as you made this relic the Bane of Spirit, you can convert the damage of any of your characters to Force, and Force will 100% go through Swarm resistances, so you can deal full damage to Swarms that way. Okay, so with all the theory crafting and whatever it's said and done, I forgot to haste as well. Let me haste. It's a lot to keep track of. Okay, so we have everything here. Let's loot. And as soon as we do, we can see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 enemy swarms. Now, they're gonna be focusing, I'm thinking, mainly on my front line, because we are covering most of the front line here and leaving my back line alone. And let's look at their stats, just so we have some notion. Yeah, they have 66 AC, which is quite high. Their saving throws are quite high as well, but if they roll a 1, they can still get disabled. That's why we have 3 Stinking Clouds stacked on top of each other. And let me see here. It doesn't say they are immune to mind affecting. So if they're not, we can make use of Shatter Defenses, but I guess we're gonna see that in a second. Let's see. And I guess I can test right now with one of these. That way we can see if they're immune or not. So let's do this and cast one of these. I think they are, but let's see. Camellia, you can toss out some damage here, just because. Why not? And let's start smacking people. Yeah, you can see the amount of gibbers going out. But I think they're only in our front line. They're not reaching my back line. And we should all be immune to it. Yeah, so nobody got hit by gibber. Except maybe, I guess, my own swarms and stuff. Whoa, okay, so they kill my own swarms very easily and very quickly. They deal decent damage to our allies as well, which sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, so Cordampina is currently doing nothing. Let's see how they clump up and then decide what to do. Okay, we hit hard when we do hit them. The reason why I like my main tank for this is, even if he does get damaged, which he will get damaged, with Vampiric Blade, we can heal a lot of that damage back, which is very important. Since they don't do burst damage, they deal like a constant flow of damage. It's kind of perfect for this type of encounter. We have 1 swarm, 2 swarms, 3 swarms, and 4 swarms. I would love to hit all of them, but I can barely see. But I'm guessing this should hit them all. So let's go for selective. This is very important, not to kill our own party. And custom over here. And see how this goes. Did Cordampini cast her thing? Phantasmal Web. So let's see. We overcame the resistance. He failed the saving throw. I failed to overcome that one. Failed, succeeded. So let's see if they are immune or if they are not immune. Not immune. Okay. This guy is actually out of the fight. Not out of the fight. Not out of the fight. Maybe out of the fight. And they are shaken. Okay, so shaken works here. Perfect. Okay, so Camellia, I would like to get you a little bit more in front to apply shaken to more people. Without getting hit, if possible. Okay, Cordampina, damage. Dealt some decent damage. This guy is getting out of the way, which is kind of annoying, but... Let's go for some more of these, because they work quite well. And yeah, I can barely see a goddamn thing. This guy is almost dead. But this should still hit all of them. We still have selective, okay. We killed that one. Killed. Killed. And dead as well. So, let's see what's really important about this fight. The main thing about this fight, I feel, is being able to apply flat-footed to our enemies. Right? So, we could achieve this by being invisible, or if you have Shattered Defenses and Shaken, it also works. So, instead of having to hit 66 AC, which we would only hit on a 20, we can actually hit flat-foot, which is only 44, which we guarantee a hit on every single hit. Because this is my final attack. This is my attack with the least amount of attack bonus, and it still guarantees a hit every single time. Unless I roll a 1, of course. So we're dealing some very decent damage to all of our opponents here by knowing how to disable them. Okay. Stinking Cloud also helped out a little bit, even though we can't see a goddamn thing. And overall, I'm very pleased with this fight. Okay, so the acid is only damaging our summons, which we don't care about. What do we get as a reward? We get almost 6,000 gold, we get a lot of diamond dust, some emeralds, some gems, a wand of acid arrow, a ring, and a manual of bodily health. So with the Playful Darkness, we had the one for dexterity, now we got the one for constitution. And the ring is Earth Unleashed. It gives us some earth thematic spells to spontaneous casters. So something like the Red Salamander. For constitution, I'll just give it to myself. 28. That's more HP. And nobody else can really benefit all that much from constitution, so we are fine like this. So yeah, this fight can be very, very difficult, or it can go smoothly, as we saw.
Battles await.
Right. Next objective, we want to go and clear out that one Vrock. Just because I like to clear out everything. So for that, we have to go to the Abyss. And we take an exit we haven't taken before, which is, I think, this one. Because initially we came from here, and we leave from over here, but this one we haven't gone to. Okay, there's the Vrock. Now, the Vrock means nothing. It's a free kill. But there is a trap somewhere around here. I want to see if I can disarm it before starting the fight, actually. Oh, okay. Perfect. Now, I don't remember what this trap does. But what I can guarantee you is it is an annoying effect. I don't remember what it does, but I remember it's annoying. I remember it's very annoying. So clearing it out beforehand is definitely helpful.
Together.
We charge, we charge.
What's on your mind?
We shoot,
I wonder.
we rage, we turn off rage, we charge.
None shall escape!
Let's see how long it lasts. Doesn't last very long.
Strike from the shadows.
We also have some loot. Pretty relevant loot. Same thing here. And this is the place where Minago kind of fled to. So basically we found Yaniel here. Minago stepped through the... went over there, created a barrier, and she escaped through the abyss. So yeah, I don't really know why this little area exists besides, you know, I guess showing you where Minago went. I think it should have a little bit more, like some more items or stuff. Feels very empty like this. But yeah, so that's 2 of our encounters done. We have our 3rd one now. So for this one, we go over here. And we are gonna fight the final battle. But again, like I said, the final battle, in my opinion, is nowhere near as difficult as, you know, this bottom room or the Playful Darkness, so we should be okay.
Don't know.
The main thing we want to know about this fight is you need to have fire protection, because the Balor does a lot of fire damage. In this case, we have resist fire, and we have protection from fire. So I think we're good on that front. Everybody here is undead. Does this work? I'm curious. No. Okay, so it makes sense it doesn't work. Alright.
Now what?
Can I give you some more HP, maybe? False Grace. Yeah, okay, so 17 went to 56 and 50 and 58. Yeah, perfect. So, what we're gonna do here is we place the 3 keys in the altar. The altar is covered in the same symbols as the door in front of it, and it has 3 slots marked with the symbols of the 3 demon lords, the Skari, Baphomet, and Nocticula. Insert Baphomet, the Skari, and Nocticula. When the last key is inserted, you hear a rumble. The door in front of you opens, the way to the heart of the fane is clear. So our final encounter is about to occur. So we are going to once again buff appropriately. It's not a very difficult fight, but it still demands some respect.
I appreciate.
I'm not very concerned about these HPs. I think we're fine on that front for the most part. What I do want is my short duration buff. So I want invisibility, invisibility,
My temper.
Everything
invisibility.
nice.
I might even buff my backline as well.
Never good at stealth, but I'll try.
Just for extra defenses.
They'll never
Okay,
see
perfect.
coming.
Let's get this in the haste. Let's get Sense Vitals. We still have 1 cast of Creeping Doom, which I think is going to help out quite well here. And then we have some more disables also.
Well,
I'm thinking if there's something I'm missing here, but I think I'm fine. I guess I can still do this just because.
I will see.
You can give us a burst of glory. And I will say that if you haven't done this fight, or if you rested after the fight or whatever, and you go for this fight here, you can always use Guarded Earth, if you have it of course, in this area, because I think we can kind of move forward a little bit before the fight starts. Yeah. We can even see Minago here. But this would be an excellent chance to cast a Guarded Earth in this region here.
Open your heart to me.
So in my case, what I'm gonna do is, we're gonna get some Creeping Doom
I do things my way.
to join the party. I think if the guy starts off with some kind of fire spell, these will just die very quickly, but
I heed the voice
it's
of the
still
spirits.
useful to have.
Let's move already.
And you are gonna start raging as soon as possible as well. So we have
I will not
our
be
Creeping
trifled
Dooms.
with.
All this weight
You turn this on, and I want my main character in front, because he is the tankier of the group. Okay? And let's see what we have. You are blinded by a sudden flash. It feels like giants are hammering on your temples, and the monstrous pain lashes your chest. Your wound has reopened at the worst possible moment and is gushing blood. You sense the malevolent proximity of the abyss. You can almost touch a threat emanating from it. Slowly, almost reluctantly, the wound closes, but the pain and your heightened awareness remain. The hall bears the traces of the huge Balor's anger. Some demons are lying on the floor, literally ground into a bloody mess, while the rest are cowering against the walls. The blood is not confined to the ground either, but is splashed across the face of the kneeling Minago. It's not clear if it came from the pentagram on the little two's forehead or from a slash of the Balor's claws.
Let me into the rift, Darrazand! We're all going to die here! Trying to fight back. It's madness!
Yeah, so she knows what's up. And I love it when games do this, right? When the enemy actually starts realizing your power and your potential and they start to fear you. I think this is very cool. It reminds me of... what is the name? God damn it. In Baldur's Gate 2 Throne of Baal, there is the Drow wizard, or mage. That's one of the 5. And she also fears the ball spawn. I forget her name right now. I'm ashamed of myself.
No one goes into the rift. You will fight, all of you, or else.
Or else. The Balor unleashes a deafening roar, the eyes on his huge head filling with true madness. You dare to disguise your blasphemous fane with the symbol of Iomede's sword. I call upon the wrath of an avenging blade to strike you down. Your weapon blazes with cold blue light, and the ringing of a sharpened blade fills the air. The goddess has heard you, and she will help you punish these blasphemers. Huh. Did not remember this. I'm guessing we get a buff?
I told you, Darrazand. Now you're going to die, and they'll hang your horned skull on the walls of Dresden!
Slap.
You and your little troop made a fool of me at the Battle of Dresden. Finally, I can make you pay. Finally.
Okay, so he's upset. This is the same Balor we fought at Dresden, by the way, that Greybor stabbed. It's the same guy. So, fight starts, and we have our summons over here. He has... oh, you bitch. Is he gonna cast a Blade Wall? Where? Okay, that Blade Wall might be annoying. So this guy is a level 24 Balor, 732 hit points, Chaotic Evil Outsider. So he is vulnerable to Smite Evil. And we have Silhouette Mark of Justice, of course. He doesn't have all that much buffs. He has Vorpal Strike. He has Death Throws. This is important. When killed, a Balor explodes in a blinding flash of fire that deals 100 points of damage, half fire, half unholy, to anything within 100 feet. There is a DC save to half the damage, and it's based on Constitution. So, this is dangerous, because when you kill them, and especially on unfair, everybody in the area is taking 200 points of damage. So 100 will be unholy, which I don't think we can mitigate, and the other 100 is going to be fire. So if we can cover the fire part, we're much safer. That's why we're protected against it. I forgot to check. He has 70 AC, but this shouldn't be much of an issue with Mark of Justice, and he only has 41 touch AC. So we might actually hit him with some rays here from Cordampina. We'll see. But yeah, he looks very intimidating, but he's not that intimidating. He has a plus 60 on his attack rolls. We have 65 armor class coupled with fighting defensively, that's a 68. And then we have concealment, mirror images, so yeah, I think we're fine here. So let's focus on him.
The light, take you.
Mark of Justice. Let's see if I can disable some of these guys here by going for an increased DC Phantasmal Web in the area. And there will be at least 2 more enemies coming here, I think votaries, because I remember them casting Destruction. I want Camellia somewhat nearby to apply Shaken, because I don't think they're immune to it. So if Camellia moves forwards, I also want Cordampina to move forward, because we want the buff from the cold damage. Let's not forget about that. Yes, there's one. So those two are gonna stick together. Yeah, 1, 2. I might need Camellia a little bit closer. So do it like this. This might suck very badly. Why do you have hold person? Or a hold movement, I guess. Go there. This might suck right now, but let's see where he casts it, or where she casts it. Yeah, it definitely sucked. How did it actually hit everybody? That is very strange to me. Cordampini, move back, please. You two are seemingly... well, you're kind of okay, only. I need to see where the blade is. Okay, we got moved back. Okay, so you gotta be careful. The Bloody 9... Are you... Did you get dismounted? He got dismounted. That's weird to me. So I think death throws might actually kill Cordampini. Okay, so we need to adjust here. We need to adjust. Okay. I'll do the same thing I had planned, so we still want this here. But Cordampina, instead of going for damage, I'm actually gonna heal Cordampini here. I don't want her to die, if possible. Camellia... I need you to move forward, goddammit. But this stupid blade barrier is gonna be very annoying. Give me just 1 second, please. Sorry, I'm back. Cordampini got home and... we had to show her some new Legos. Okay, like I was saying, we have to adjust here because this is a very messy situation. Because I kind of want Camellia a little bit further up because of her... I forget the name again. Frightful Aspect. Because right now she's too far away for this. So I am gonna kind of have to cross this again. And move her like over there. You are gonna heal Cordampini. Cordampini can hopefully disable some people. And... oh no, you got killed! Wow! He got killed! Really? I'm just trying to understand exactly what happened here. Yeah, Bismuth just smacked Darrazand. Blade Barrier. 94 damage. Yeah, okay, so 200 damage might have been a little bit high. I don't think he was full HP. Oh, and Darrazand also hit him. Okay, okay. Then in that case it makes sense. So we'll try something different here. Because he's not dead. He's just he's just resting. He's like the parrot. We'll try to heal up Cordon Pini and then also heal the Bloody Nine. Get him back in the fight. Do you have Mark of Justice already? Not yet. Scylla, do your job, please. Okay. So yeah, Camellia kind of walked through it. He is now shaken, I believe, because of this animation here. Yeah, he's shaken. So now we're triggering Shattered Defenses. So I am gonna move Camellia. Do I just shoot with Camellia? I think I will just shoot with Camellia. Just shoot him.
You wide open?
The Hand of the Inheritor and the Queen are gonna come to help, but they won't do much. My spell went out. Hit, hit, not hit. I'll do it again. So we're gonna quicken. Increase DC. Phantasmal Web on top of these bitches. Okay, hit. Still saved. But now we hit him as well. Okay, good. So the heal went out. We are gonna quicken another heal on our friend here. But I think I'm gonna have him just stay back, because if he crosses this again, he's gonna die. So yeah, you just hold position, please. I should murder this bitch very quickly. Is Mark of Justice on? It is, so we should be good. He's getting smacked.
I will fight to
Killed.
the last breath.
Did I not heal him in time? God damn it, let me just check, sorry. Because I'm curious about this. Yes, yes, we dealt a lot of damage. I would like to see the heal. You know what I forgot? Do you know what I forgot? I think you guys know what I forgot, right? Because Cordon Pina killed the Bloody Nine. It's not easy to kill the Bloody Nine. It is not easy to kill him. But what I forgot is I made him undead. So by healing him, I actually killed him. Ah, well. It's fine. Do not cast that crap again. Do not cast that crap again. I'm gonna kill somebody. Shoot him.
Demand your blood.
You go there. My doggy is dead. Are you disabled by Phantasmal Web? Yes or no? You are at least kind of held. Let's try again. Okay, because I'm not gonna die to this, but we might lose some more people if this comes out. Which I would like not to happen. So in the meantime, Cordon Pina, you can maybe shoot out a Hellfire Ray at this bitch here. See if it lands. Oh! Nice! 300 damage almost. Okay, he's disabled. He does not seem to be disabled. So go for him. Where is your jump? Big Bird will only act a lot later, so just move.
The inheritor, guide
It's gonna be
my
quicker.
blade.
Don't cast it! Where? Where? In the same spot? I'm kinda confused, because it seems like he didn't actually cast it. Can you people stop dying to the goddamn blade barrier? It's neutral people, okay. And dead. So yeah, we saw the downside of making people
Rifts are
undead.
usually chaotic and unstable. That's why I've been plagued by one question. How could demons have created a stable, permanent passage from the abyss here in the World Wound? And as I stare into the flames of the rift itself, the answer still eludes me. What is the secret to this canker festering at the very heart of our world? How can we heal it?
I swear, I think part of his voice acting, I think, is cool, but there's something in the voice acting that just makes it sound so strange.
My friends and comrades, the time has come for us to discuss something of the utmost importance. It is here, on the threshold of the abyss, that I must announce an important decision before you all. But first, we shall talk about you, Commander. About how well you have discharged the duties I entrusted to you.
And I have done everything perfectly right. We beat all the armies, we cleared out the Midnight Fane, we cleared out Rilla's laboratory, we cleared out the Blackwater. We did everything you asked and more. So we're gonna get a promotion, right?
My righteous sister in faith, must these discussions take place now at such a moment? The enemy is watchful, and its forces are great. That is what we must turn our attention to, not scrutinizing our fellow Crusaders.
In the 100 years that this war has lasted, not a day has gone by when I haven't thought about how we can win it. That is precisely why we cannot delay the conversation any longer.
I mean, you could, right? This is not really the place, but you have my full attention, my queen.
Your forbearance is most appreciated. The first and most glaring issue I'd like to discuss is how you have used the divine gift that was bestowed upon you.
Awesomely.
An aura of necromancy hangs over Darrazand. My clerics and paladins tell me they have never seen anything like it, even in Geb. And its source is quite obvious.
I mean, we have some undead people lying around. Who cares? It's not that important.
However, as your friend, I must confess that your mythic powers are too unstable. I cannot fully trust them. I fear they will stand in the way of our friendship. A commander's absolute priority is leading the Crusader armies, and I cannot help but notice that you have handled this part of your responsibilities well.
Yeah, I did. You successfully executed the role of a military commander during the assault on Darrazand and preserved the better part of your army.
I cannot but notice your strange choice of companions. The good gods teach us to seek the light even in the darkest soul, and to believe in redemption. But it is one thing to believe in the good intentions of a murderous succubus, and, for example, send her to a temple of Desna to be cared for by experienced priests. But it is another matter entirely to take the demon with you to the front lines, where one well-timed stab in the back could put a tragic end to our entire Crusader cause. It is unthinkably reckless.
I actually thought she was gonna mention Camellia, but nobody really knows about Camellia besides Anevia. And I guess it makes sense, right? For her, she doesn't know Arushale, so if I were in her shoes, I would think the same thing. I would not trust a demon in our ranks.
With all due respect, my lady, Arushale has proven herself to be a faithful and reliable comrade. She has fought bravely for us, and we both want to see the demons defeated. Is there any reason to reproach the commander for accepting her into our party?
Man, if Keldorn saw this paladin, he would have been disappointed.
You can find reasons aplenty in any Mendevian cemetery, Sealer. Each one is full of the graves of those who were deceived by demons.
Yeah, I mean, she does make a good point here. I trust Rushale completely. She is not only a loyal friend, but living proof that even demons can change for the better.
Your words carry a ring of truth. The example of one malefactor changed for the better could do more for the Crusades than a dozen paragons of faith.
Thank you. I can't believe you really said that.
Oh, she's here. Oh yeah, I forgot that they all came here when we fight this final battle. Okay.
I also wish to mention what you did with Iomede's banner, the Sword of Valor. This sacred relic handed to you to defend the city against the demons has become a reflection of you. I do not know how you managed to distort its features, but I cannot overlook it. I only pray that Iomede will forgive us all for this most improper treatment of her relic.
Yeah, sure.
That is all I wish to say. And now, to summarize. You can think my assessment is empty fault-finding, but I am responsible for the entire crusade, for Mendev, and for the future of those who have encountered or will encounter the evil of the World Wound. I do not have the luxury of making a single mistake.
You hear the ring of steel in the Queen's voice.
That is why I am forced to remove you from the command of the Fifth Crusade.
Uh-huh. So this is the part that I know a lot of people take issue with. But in all honesty, I think I can relate to her, right? I suppose it also depends on which path you've taken, but if I were giving the power of Knight Commander to somebody, and then that somebody starts making a party with cannibals and and demons, and he uses the power of good to become a lich, I suppose I would feed it as well, so I'm not entirely opposed to what she's doing here. I guess my main problem is that she does this for every path, I think. So this is what you were hinting at in your conversation at the wall. You were trying to say that your duty demanded you strip me of my command, and, of course, that this was contrary to your own wishes.
Contrary to my wishes.
Mm-hmm. Well, you granted me this title and you have the right to take it away. There's no point in arguing this, so... Throughout the Queen's entire speech, Darren is silent, but his silence is more expressive than an entire crowd yelling profanities.
This is why I always take payment up front. The customers become very shifty when everything is done.
Well said.
I deeply respect the desire to bring discipline to the Crusades, but not all the accusations you leveled at the Commander are guided by that desire.
Mm-hmm.
My righteous sister, you are entitled to make such a decision, but please reconsider whether this is the right one. He is not just the Crusade Commander. He is our hope, our only hope.
Even the hand of the Inheritor is standing by us.
Our only hope is he? I see you do not value me or the other heroes of the Crusade very highly, my righteous brother and comrade.
Okay, a fair response.
But let me continue. Do not take your demotion as a punishment. I have in many respects been forced to take this step. As we all know, the demons have created a new weapon, Nihindrian crystals, which provide them with truly mythical powers. We managed to remove the threat temporarily, but not eliminate its source. Thanks to the book recovered from Aureli Vorlish's laboratory, we know that the rift before us cannot be closed until the first and main rift is closed. The one that lies in the Threshold Fortress. So, for the safety of Darrazand, I shall have to destroy all the exits out of the Midnight Fane, and block everything here, so that demons coming through this indestructible rift cannot descend upon Darrazand again. This is a forced measure. I am doing it for the safety of the city.
So, we did all we could for the safety of this world. We acquired mythical powers for the safety of this world. We helped the Queen in every single step of the way. We took care of her armies. We did everything that was called for and even more. And our reward is we get demoted And we get blocked inside the Midnight Fane for the safety of the city. But screw our party, right? So we gave Galfrey half the lexicon of Paradox that contained valuable information about the Relo's activities and the Rift. So this is why she knows this.
But this won't solve the problem. We should... No, we must. Track the demon's path and settle this issue once and for all. And that means venturing into the Abyss. No one but you, with your unique power, can handle this task. That is why I shall take over the command of the Crusader armies, and you will journey forth on this great mission.
And we even get sent to literal hell. Well, maybe not hell, but into the Abyss. If you destroy the fire in its exit, how will I return to Galarian?
Don't worry about that. I will go with you, and I know the secrets of traveling between planes. I have also been to the Abyss before, and I have fought the beasts that dwell there. My sword and my experience will help you on this mission.
I will say though that his model is freaking awesome. Okay, true. Until the problem of the Hindian crystals is solved, we won't be able to win. I'm going to the Abyss.
We will go to the Abyss side by side, champion, and Darrazand will greet us with jubilation on the day of our return.
Wish me luck as well. Until next we meet.
I was never good at stealth.
Okay.
I'll try.
We leveled up, yay! Okay, so let me... I'm sorry, Bloody Nine. It was not my intent, my friend. I simply forgot you were undead. That's a mistake anybody can make, right? God damn it. We reached level 16. So yeah, for anybody wondering if I had too many scrolls of these, you can start understanding why it's not that many.
Let us not hesitate.
We are probably gonna rest before moving too much forward, but might as well heal a bit here. So, what do we have on the ground? We have a monadic Deva. No, let me loot. Thank you. So from Darrazand we get a coin, we get a scimitar, and we get an amulet. The gold coin at Baphomet's mark, a gold coin that used to belong to the Battle of Darrazand. The mark of the demon lord Baphomet is etched onto the coin's face. Menace of Death. Whenever someone dies within a 10-foot radius from the wearer of this amulet of natural armor +3, the wearer gets the effect of the haste spell for 2d3 rounds. This effect is renewed each time someone dies. After the effect wears off, the wearer cannot make any weapon or unarmed attacks for 1 to 3 rounds. Yeah, we don't care about this, right? We always have haste anyway. Except maybe in an ambush where this could come into play, but for the most part it's kind of worthless. Rupturing Storm. This was Darrazand's scimitar. It is a +4 enchanted or enhanced scimitar. Has a +3d6 fire damage on top of it, which is not bad. But again, demon resistances is kind of annoying. On a critical hit, it creates fire sparks that stick to allies' weapons, granting them flaming enchantment for 1d3 rounds, as well as granting the wielder and allies fire resistance 20 for the same duration. So, again, it's not that special, right? I think it's cool to have the flaming enhancement, but again, it's 1d6 points of fire damage. All demons will resist this. So, what could have been a really cool weapon, it kind of sucks here. And this is also, I'm not going to rant on this too much, but it's also why I complain about this game being so demon heavy. This weapon would have been a really fun weapon to use in Kingmaker, for example. It would have been an excellent weapon. Here, it sucks. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed about that. Alright, so I think we've done everything we could. This is currently blocked. Do I have to talk to somebody? No. I don't think we have any fight ahead of us. So, let's just move out.
The commander has stepped through the rift, and now there is no going back. Onward, to solitude, to the unknown, to the abyss.
So now, we get to play Act 4 in the Abyss. Oh! Mythic power! Yeah, we failed that, it's fine. So, this is gonna be our new hub, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. Champion, I am amazed. I sensed the surge in the power within you the moment you boldly stepped forth into the rift. The power was dark, but I have faith that you can keep it in check and wield it only to save Galarian from the abyssal invasion. The angel turns his head and surveys the bleak landscape that has been revealed to you. His movements are growing tense, and even the soft golden glow that usually emanates from him is fading. So that's where this rift leads, to the realm of the most cunning of all the demon lords. This location is familiar to me, but that fact brings me neither joy nor consolation. The Abyss, the home of demons, and the heart of everything Iomedae hates. Oh, how you wish you could rain cleansing flames down on this empire place. But your goddess is far away, and you can't defeat these endless demonic legions on your own. Maybe we could. You know that it won't be easy for you here, but you are duty bound to fight to the last. What can you tell me about this place? These are the Midnight Isles. An odd mix of pensiveness and profound aversion rings in the angel's voice. This is the realm of Nocticula, the Lady in Shadow. Every corner of the Abyss is repellent in its own way, but this place, this is where one truly walks on corpses. The angel gestures at the land with his iron gauntlet. On the corpses of demon lords that were treacherously murdered. Every monster slain by Nocticula becomes an island like the one we're standing on right now. This place seems to be created specifically to befuddle the hearts and minds of the righteous. What I mean is that the demon lords are our enemies, and their deaths should please us. But as I look at this black sky, I realize that sometimes the death of evil creates even greater evil. Why would Nocticula kill the other demon lords? For power, of course. Every new murder that she commits extends her realm, and the greater her realm, the greater her power. The ambitions of the Lady in Shadow are great, and she knows no mercy, so the archipelago has become much larger in the millennia of her rule here. What does Nocticula have to do with the invasion of Galarian? I do not know. Before the isle that we saw in the Midnight Fane, I had not seen any trace of her influence in the World Wound. But it's no wonder, the Lady in Shadow values guile, subterfuge, and devious plots. I will not be surprised if it turns out that she has been secretly aiding Baphomet and Descari since the first days of the invasion. What should I be wary of here? Beware every shadow, the angel answered without hesitation. This is the Abyss, the plane of chaos and evil. It would be fair to compare our mission to that of spies sent deep into enemy territory. We do not belong here, and everyone and everything that does not seek to kill us on sight will either kill us slowly or use us for unimaginable evil. It is a shame that we cannot hope for the protection of the Sword of Valor in this place, or of the one who used to wield it. You should have sensed already how different everything feels without the banner's holy protection. Okay, what is our plan? We need to find the source of the Nahindrian crystals and destroy it forever, if possible. We know for certain that the crystals were transported to the World Wound through the rift that we used to get here. Walking on corpses. What we must do right now is take a thorough look around. We need to understand what this place is and what they were doing with the crystals here. Whether they were creating them, or mining them, or bringing them here from elsewhere. I would also like to know who was in charge of the demons on this rift, on this side of the rift. There still may be traces here, or even some documents or witnesses. I see. Onward. Be careful, champion. I will wait for you here. Okay, like I was saying, this is gonna be our new hub. We have the Hand of the Inheritor, we have a lot to explore here, but this entire area here is safe. This is the Nexus. I believe... The stone at the entrance to these gates looks worn, so there is no doubt that they saw frequent use. Can I talk to you again? I can. Okay. So we cannot use our powers to open up the passageways here. We have a portal. Let me just haste this up just so I can move a little bit faster. The stones of the arch emit a revolting high-pitched shriek. In response to these vibrations, the particles of ash and grit under your feet float upward. They gather together and violently twist themselves into a whirlwind, at the heart of which an ember of magic flame ignites. The fire becomes brighter until you see a strange city inside the flames, featuring aerial spires, staircases that lead into the void, and streets entangled in a way that contradicts any logic or common sense. You see buildings that seem to be caught in an endless loop of crumbling and rebirth from ruin, islands that float in the ether, and alleyways that disappear and reappear again in a different location a few moments later. The city is reminiscent of a grimacing clown, one that makes mocking faces and changes its expression every second. Here and there you see other glints of light flashing on city streets. After you look closer, you realize that the lights radiate from other arches, similar to the one before you. The gold coin with Baphomet's mark, which you found on Darrazand's body, reacts to the revolting sound by vibrating. The coin appears to be an enchanted item set to resonate magically with the arc, possibly serving as a tool of some sort. Let's figure out what we're seeing here first. You notice that the entire city appears to be littered with an intricate network of portals, with the arches serving as artifacts allowing you to access the alien network. Interacting with the arches seems to require formulating a clear request in your mind, at which point the magic will transfer you to another portal along the network. Let's try to understand why you can't move to the other arches. It's quite obvious that this strange concept was not designed for mundane use, only transporting users to specific arches that they were allowed to visit. It's likely that some kind of system of magical marks is used, quite possibly shaped into tangible objects, to provide access to various arches. Before you get one such token, all destination points will be close to you. Determine the origin. The stones are cut in quite a rough manner, while the magical symbols appear to be drawn without too much diligence. It's quite unlikely that the architect of such an intricate network would have demonstrated such a lack of finesse. By all appearances, this arch is handmade, somehow connected to the web of portals and illicitly used for personal gain. Identify the place we're seeing. Judging by its surreal architecture, its chaotic conglomerations of houses right in the middle of the streets, and by the large number of islands that hover in the air or float in random directions, what you see is some sort of demonic city. Touch the whirlwind inside the arc. The magic engulfs your body, drips down your skin, and makes you feel slightly tingly. The vibration becomes wilder, reverberating within your body with a nauseating echo. You feel like a boulder set in the cup of a catapult, ready to be flung at any moment. Let's use it. You need special talisman coins to use Alushinida's portal networks. Yeah, this is basically one of our portal areas where you can teleport into different areas, but you need to unlock them first. So for now, we're gonna leave it. We have an entrance over here to the caves, which I feel is also a safe area. Nothing else over here. So we can go back in. And over here we have a couple of things to do. We can go down, which we are going to do later, probably in the next episode, because there will be some dialogue there. We have the Midnight Fane, so you can actually go back to the Midnight Fane, funny enough. And I'll explain why that's important in a bit. We have a succubus. Though it seems incredible, the deformed succubus's body still contains a flicker of life. As you approach, she opens her eyes. Her lips, crusted with blood, release a groan. You, Baphomet's spawn, run! Run through your portal! You run too, Epsamira. You think you're strong, but Our Lady in Shadow is stronger. She will get her revenge anyway. Okay, so we have been kind of affected by Ember, so we believe we can actually heal some of these demons. So let's heal the succubus. You may be a demon, but I still can't stand aside and watch you suffer. Oddly, the healing powers have no visible effect. She just moans, slightly shakes her head, and stares at you with her dull green eyes. Who did this to you? Epsamira. The succubus groans with hatred through her lips, half sealed with clotting blood. I've been following them. Wanted to warn Our Lady. Curses on Baphomet and his spawn. What were Baphomet's spawn doing here? Crystals. They've been mining crystals. They said it's to attack the Crusaders, but I believe they want to attack the realm of Our Lady in Shadow. Ooh, a civil war. We just got here and already tangled up in some web of intrigue. How's that for dumb luck? The ones who maimed you, where'd they go? Through the portal. The succubus's green eyes brighten. Are you chasing them? Find them. I'll get my revenge even after I die. Having lost lack of her strength, the succubus drops her head onto her chest. Then she adds in a wheezing voice. My key. I've got it hidden in a lesser shaft, not the one with the bones, and another one in a bigger shaft among the old tools. Find them. Follow their trail to the portal. Okay, I'll just leave her here. Find them, the succubus whispers as you leave. Okay. We have elven notes, we have some more loot. A key to Nexus portals. And the reason why I was saying that it's important that you realize you can go back to the Midnight Fane is for a very simple reason. By the way, this animation is pretty cool. If you were having trouble with certain areas in the Midnight Fane, like let's say Playful Darkness, and I believe you can also do the same thing with the secret room. The secret room from the levers. You can come here into Act 4, get your mythic level, maybe even play around some more in the Demon City, get some levels, get some gear, get some more experience, and then you can go back again and kill them if you want, better equipped for the job. So just so you know that if you are having trouble with those enemies, you can come back to them later. So I am gonna stop this episode here, right in front of this descent here, because that's where we're gonna go afterwards.
How much longer, I wonder?
Okay, so bear with me for a few more minutes. Zakarius. It takes you a moment to recognize the ghostly floating figure of Zakarius the Lich. His dry, rasping voice fills your ears as he begins to lecture you angrily. Student, where have you been all this time? I finished my research, studied the crystal you brought me, and where were you? Do you not think I have languished in my prison long enough? Are you trying to test my patience? How did you get here? It is a projection, student. A simple trick. You may even be able to master it someday. If you follow my orders diligently and stop wasting my time with such ridiculous questions. I did my duty and followed the Queen's orders. Zakarius launches into an angry tirade that leaves your ears ringing. Since when did the orders of that puffed up little fool Galfrey become more important than my freedom? The Lich gives you an exasperated sigh. Well, we shall have to find a way to use your absence to our advantage. I completed my examination of the vessel you brought me, and though I do not understand how it is connected to your soul, something else has been made clear to me. From my examination of the crystal vessel, I can conclude that this magical item has somehow come into contact with your spiritual essence. The traces of your essence lingered within the vessel like drops of wine in an empty jug. After a close inspection of these tiny remnants of your soul, I can say that it is very strong. It is certainly much stronger than that of a mortal. It is more akin to the soul of an ancient dragon or a demigod, perhaps even an imperial or demon lord. No wonder it has resisted my spells and my attempts to free it from your body. In order to perform the ritual, we have to find a way to weaken your soul. What's wrong with my soul? The Lich gives you a searching glance and then says with some bitterness, "You were just lucky. I'm not sure how you have such a powerful soul. I must admit, I do find it somewhat ironic that such a strong soul is contained in such an average host. You really are completely ordinary in all respects, save one. Save one. Have you encountered a soul like mine before? No, I did not think that mortal souls could possess this much energy and power. You are an anomaly. I do not understand how your mortal body could contain such a powerful soul. It is almost intriguing." The object I gave you, do you know what it is? It is a magical item, but its purpose escapes me. Such items can be used for ritualistic purposes in a dozen different ways. I myself once had a similar copper jug. I would speak words of power and then store them in a jug until I was ready to use them. We need to make my soul weaker. How do we do that? How would I know? I have never encountered a problem like this before. Normally the soul has to be strengthened so that it can endure the separation from the body without slipping away to Pharasma. Zakarius cracks his bony knuckles and sighs. Then he continues in a more conciliatory tone. The problem we are facing is not easy, and I see no solution at present. But if you wish to gain mastery over death, you must first gain mastery of yourself. A candidate for immortality must have patience and self-control. Wait for a solution to present itself. Be attentive and use discernment. You will find the answer eventually. Until then, you will just have to wait. I understand. Be vigilant, student. Okay, so we have a new quest. It's like I was saying. We're gonna end the episode here because we're gonna go down. Our next job is gonna be to go down here and meet somebody we've met before, and maybe get some another key. And at the start of the episode, I'm gonna go over the level up choices here, both for the level up as well as for the mythic path. And we're gonna start the episode by leveling up all of our party. So I am excited about that. We're gonna reach level 16 and see what new tools we can unlock. So for now, my friends, I want to thank you all for being here with me on the channel, watching some Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Questions, suggestions, anything at all, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. Many more videos coming out soon, and it is also a free and easy way to support the channel. I hope to see you all in the next episode, and until then, stay safe everyone.